major rivals meet on the hardwood as marquee matchups take center stage on the east and west ends of the county. Welcome to Sportswire. I'm Will Catterley. We start with two talented teams at Varina as the Blue Devils look to continue their winning ways against Highland Springs. Varina, virtually a lock on making the postseason, came into Friday night's affair already with 10 wins on the year. The Springers, meanwhile, were looking for a turnaround after narrowly falling at Atlee, and a win over the Blue Devils would put Highland Springs right back in the playoff picture.
So the Varina Blue Devils and Alfonso Billups enter Highland Springs. Only 2 losses on the year, looking to keep it that way. Springers looking for a big-time win to boost their playoff chances early on. Action was fast and furious. Great passes underneath. Gets his own rebound with the putback. Amari Baylor connects for 2. Highland Springs had answers, especially early. Right to the rack. He delivers. Number 5, Damon Harmon. 10 points on the night for him. More Harmon later. Scoop score, got it to go. Springers in business. More Highland Springs. Elbow J, got it. That's good. Highland Springs would have the early lead. Still first quarter highlights. A lot happening in this opening stanza. This guy had a heck of a game. Number 4, Alfonso Billups, going to pass it off for the dime and the assist to up and in. Blue Devils back in front. And then how about some defense? Corey Harden with a block. Going to lead to transition basketball. And a transition make to boot. Christian Carden. 12 points on the night for the Varina big man. And then the double team. Creating problems. Highland Springs works out of the trap and connects for 2. Springer's not done. But Varina beating Highland Springs trap. That'll go up and in for 2 as well. Amari Baylor and company. Baylor with double figures on the night. A 1-point lead for Varina after 1. Second quarter, Blue Devils go on a run. Check out the pass to the open man. Scary thing about this team, they can all score. All of them. Jalen Travis is one of them. He connects for 3. Still in the second now. Fake the pass, take the money shot. He got it. Alfonso Billups with a 3 and then some defense. Laying it off and laying it in is Christian Carden. This team is loaded with juniors and sophomores, but they play much older than that. Breakaway speed for Highland Springs, just trying to stay within arm's length of the Blue Devils. But Varina had answers. Number 23, Christian Carden again, 2 of his 12. And then the block, not just once, but twice. Top play nominee, Alfonso Billups. You want more Alfonso Billups? You'll see more. He was tremendous in this one. Billups, the corner 3, got that one to go. Nothing but nylon. He hits the 3 ball from the corner pocket. Varina up 6, 34-28 at the half. Second half, switching sides. Yeah, you got more Billups with a finish. Dunk-a-doodle dandy. Blue Devils in front. Double digits now. Then Billups with the steal. Filling up the stat sheet. Tries the slam. Does Corey Harden? No. But it's going to work out to their favor because they get the rebound and one. Lorenz Terry connects. 3-point play the old-fashioned way. This is the new way. Top of the key. Nothing but nylon. Got that one to go. Khalil Venable, 25 points on the night for Varina. Highland Springs looked dead in the water. Guess what? They were not. Kwanye Beanie would put the team on his back. Driving to the hoop and scores. He had 13 on the night. Once down double figures. Blue Devils only up by 3, 52-49. Fourth quarter was too much for Varina, though. Again, fighting away from the double team. And once again, Khalil Venable. He was feeling it tonight. Again, 25 points, a lot from beyond the arc for 3. And then the defense. Here comes Venable. Laying it off and laying it in is Amari Baylor. This Varina basketball team is getting more and more talented and more of a cohesive unit as this year goes on. They win it 71-58.
Meanwhile, in the West End, it could be called the best-dressed rivalry as Godwin traveled to Douglas Freeman. It's a matchup where the play on the court can only be evened by the costumes from the fans, construction workers, camouflage, NBA jerseys, and more, where the outfits of choice in a game that almost always comes down to the last few possessions.
And this installment of Freeman vs. Godwin would be no different. Freeman mostly dressed in camo, construction worker, jersey night for the Godwin fans. First quarter, let's get this classic started. Defensive game throughout, as it often is. The steal, coast to coast to the score. Patrick Moore, the freshman, connects for two. Amari DeVoe, he can score it, and you'll see more of him later. This time passing it off. It's Seamus Moore for three. And Freeman would have the early advantage. Still first quarter highlights. So Jack Seidenberg, like a knife through butter, cutting through the Freeman D. He connects for two. Seidenberg, 12 points for the Godwin Eagles on the night. But Amari DeVoe at the buzzer before the end of the first quarter makes it 9-6 to 12-6. So Freeman doubling up on the Eagles after one. Second quarter, when Godwin got things going, it was inside. This play would be no different. Joseph Thompson, he connects for two. He had 6 on the evening. Freeman, got to count for this guy, though. Caleb Kenny dishes it out. No, but got the putback. Got to box him out. Keep him off the rim because he's also a rim protector, as we'll see later, and we've seen all year long. Seidenberg looking for answers for Godwin. He says, I'll take it myself. No, dishes it off, and oh my! There he is, Caleb Kenny. I said he's a rim protector. Check it out again. Out of my house. No, no, no. Dikembe Mutombo style. 20-14 Freeman at the half, third quarter. Godwin still down, but definitely not out. Wide open, money ball from the corner, got it. Tyler Newsome, a nuisance to Freeman, as he had 11. Later, down 4, make it 2. Seidenberg and the crowd for Mills Godwin loving it. Their fans seeing the Eagles come all the way back. Freeman, late answers? Yes, indeed. Number 15 connects. Seamus Moore again. And he gave them more. Later, Kenny says, get that out of here. 27, although we go to the fourth quarter where it will be decided, unless it goes to overtime. Freeman up 2. Godwin playing with taller players on the court. They have their big lineup in. Reese Plotkin for 2. That worked once. Do the exact same play again. This time down 4. Got it to go. Godwin just down 2. And Plotkin and Godwin plotting away at finding a way to come back in this one. But late, when it mattered most, Freeman out shooting the zone. Amari DeVoe, double digits, 13 on the night for him. Not many big baskets for Andrew Bland. He only had 5, but that 3 was huge because that put Freeman up 2 possessions, and then the Rebels late. Why not DeVoe time? Amari DeVoe, Rebels win it. Home 48-41, your final.
We hit the mats for gymnastics when we come back. It's senior night at Freeman where the Rebels battle Highland Springs, Henrico, and Hanover. Plus, Glen Allen looks for a home win on the hardwood against Deep Run. That and more coming up.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this.
Is that Bran?
Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to getschool.com for more info.
Welcome back to SportsWire. How about some gymnastics senior night at Freeman, not just for the senior, but also for the parents of one Meredith Hearn, who got a bouquet of flowers and a bouquet of candy. I think the bouquet of candy she liked more than the flowers. What is her staple? What is her go-to? Well, she'll do any event asked, but she really dominates on the balance beam. Check it out. Sticks the landing as well. 8.9. And that's a tough score to beat. Matter of fact, no one did. That was number one, not just for Freeman, that was number one overall. And the Rebels were strong throughout. It wasn't just Meredith Hearn. Lacey Fisher always putting up big scores. Here she is, obviously on the uneven bars. And Lacey Fisher would have the number 2 score overall. As you can see why. Fisher with a score of 8 even. Terrific job by Lacey Fisher. Isabella Cavallo did one a little bit better. Cavallo. Check it out. Also on the bars. She's one of Freeman's all-arounds. They have several. Fisher, Cavallo, and Sabrina Layton. She sticks that landing for an 8.1. Nice score for Cavallo. Back to Lacey Fisher. And back to the balance beam. Balance beam used to terrify me in middle school. Yeah, we had to do gymnastics, and that thing was pretty threatening. I could not do what these ladies do, like flips and everything. It was just hard for me to stay on the beam. Lacey Fisher, different story. She would score an 8.85. Second to, well, you already saw her, Meredith Hearn. Freeman. Excellent scores throughout the evening. More Rebels. Sabrina Layton. Uneven bars once again. And again, one of the all-arounds. She had a solid score, 7.7 overall. How about the vault? Let's check out Jordana Silverman. Got it. 8.8. Excellent job by Silverman, but she was not alone. This is Isabella Cavallo. Tied for 4th overall in the event with an 8.7. Lacey Fisher was first with 8.85. Big story, really, of the year for gymnastics in Henrico. Highland Springs, first time since 1990. They have a gymnastics team, 10 athletes, and you know what? They're not bad. A lot of them have been doing this in middle school, some of them doing it for the very first time, but they are getting better and better as the year has progressed. They have a couple of really excellent athletes. This is Kendall Damana on the floor. And Damana, very strong indeed. She would finish with a 7.6, one of the top scores for Highland Springs. Meanwhile, several other springers had very good scores on the floor as well. Alana Grant with an 8.3. Juliana Arias, 7.35. Mariah Lewis, 7.95. And I mentioned Grant with the 8.3. She was number 2 for Highland Springs. One of the all-arounds. That means she participates in every event. But also not seen is Celicia Smith. You're going to see her in just a few moments. She had an 8.5 on the floor for Highland Springs. So, black and gold definitely representing in their first year back, again, since 1990. Doing the math, that's 30 years ago. You go 2020 to 1990. So springers in rare form. This particular young lady is terrific. Celicia Smith. Yeah, that'll get it done on the uneven bars. 7.4 to lead all springers. She was also excellent on the beam. Terrific balance. That's why they call it a balance beam. She was tied for 4th place overall. Number 1 for her team as well. 8.25. Nicely done. Henrico also part of this event. This is Shamia Thomas on the floor. She ends up with a 6.2 overall. Only bested by her teammate at Henrico, Miana Fowler. One of the all-arounds for the green and gold. She got a 6.5. Hanover also competed in this meet, but Freeman wins overall.
Let's Let's go up tempo. National Signing Day is quickly approaching, and one Henrico lineman has made his verbal commitment. Tyshawn Wyatt, who plays both sides on the offensive and defensive line, has committed to James Madison. The All-Region senior makes his signing official on signing day. Former Highland Springs Springer Cam Gatling is making her mark on the hardwood for George Mason. Gatling is averaging just over 9 points a game and tallied 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists in 19 minutes of play in an 84-63 loss to Duquesne. Speaking of the Springers, back to the high school ranks now, where Highland Springs took care of Hanover 65-30, handing the Hawks their first loss of the season. Sydney Boone led all scorers with 23 points, and the Springers outscored Hanover 24-2 in the first quarter. Congratulations to the Lady Hermitage Panthers on their first victory of the year. Hermitage beat John Marshall 26-22 as Janiyah Harmon put up 11 points in the win. And sticking with basketball, the Henrico guys continued their winning ways, beating Patrick Henry 69-41. Jame Ested had 14 points to lead the Warriors.
Back to the hardwood we go. It's Glen Allen at home hosting Deep Run. Glen Allen only 4 losses on the year. Yeah, hey, I see it. And one of the reasons why, Amia Sukins, another big reason why, right there. Lexi Glasscock, Alexis connecting for 2. She had double figures on the night. The second half action, Glen Allen up 11. Not for much longer. Maddie Streifler connects for 2. And then in transition, though, Jags had answers. Coast to coast. Count that bucket and one for Claudia Disbro. Jags in command. Sukins with the rock this time. Gonna lose control of it, but she finds her partner in crime down low. She really scored the basketball this year. Alexis Glasscock, little scores for the Jags. Again, a double-figure night for Glasscock. More of her later. Yeah, she's a mismatch inside against most opponents. She takes care of business. Deep run, down, but not out. Nobody boxed her out. Number 21, Katarina Coenes. She connects for 2, 37-20 though. Glen Allen ladies seizing the moment, up 17. How about some more buckets? That from deep. Amaya Sukins connects for 3, matching the number on her jersey. Deep run, not quitting yet. It's Isis Kane. She connects for 2, but it was too much. Jags. Tell me you haven't seen this enough. Alexis Glasscock connecting for 2. Jags still not finished. Late. Glasscock, yeah, she's got the J as well. Hits that baseline jumper. And the Jags were off and rolling. How about adding a steal to her box score? That's not a bad idea. All the way up and in for 2. Claudia Disbro, Glen Allen getting really good as this season goes on. 50-33, they win it. That's your fun. Sticking with ladies hoops, it's Mills Godwin, it's Henrico at Henrico. Behold the green and gold. Mills Godwin, Sydney Blackwell does well, connects for 2. Godwin looking pretty good early. You gotta stay on that girl. She can shoot. Number 22 back down low though to Sydney. Blackwell does well again. Thea Clark, number 22, the girl I mentioned, can shoot the basketball, can drive, can do a lot. Henrico's team is very, very good this year. Number 32, DeAndre Liggins. Here's Thea Clark. This time, her pocket is picked. Lauren Robinson, she connects for 2. Henrico looking pretty good at home. Eagles trying to find answers. Still first half highlights. Right to the rack. Blackwell again. She was the offensive weapon for the Eagles early in this one. More Eagles. Picking and prodding for 3. Got it to go. They got off to a great start. Avery Aldridge, the senior guard. It's 11-10. Henrico by 1 after the first. Then the Warriors, well, they started playing better basketball. The miss there. The second rebound gets the friendly roll in the friendly confines of their own gymnasium as Keisha Cummings-Thomas connects, and then the steal and the pass to, you might remember her in black and gold. Now she's in green and gold and white. Yeah, Jada Walker went off in this one. Heck of a player. Walker. Jada. All the way to the rack, up and in. What control. That's good for 2. You haven't seen the last of Jada Walker. Here she is again this time. The pass. Back to Walker. She can shoot it. Nothing but nylon. Jada Walker putting up NBA numbers. 35 points in this one. 30-17 at the half. One more Jada Walker, you got it. This time she's going to pass her teammate down low. Triple teamed. It doesn't matter. Diamond Brown. Mosby connects for 2. Eagles try not to go away, but Walker with the steal. 35.6 assists. All Henrico, 76-56.
We have more hoops to get to when we return. Glen Allen and Deep Run battle it out in guys basketball, while Godwin looks for a win over rival Freeman on the ladies' side. Highlights next.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish. In your face, in your face.
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Takeout meals for just $12.99. Call now.
Sherry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montanopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich. This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
Welcome back to SportsWire. We're back at Glen Allen High School, where number 3 Tevin Smith and Glen Allen do battle with Scott Sweeney in the Deep Run Wildcats. And fans came dressed to impress in this one. It's a silent night. What does that mean? Well, the crowd for Glen Allen on Glen Allen side stayed quiet till they hit that bucket right there. 10 points. And number 4 had it going on. He got the layup to go, Zelgan Jackson. And then keeping the ball alive always works out in the offensive favor eventually. Number 23 getting that one to go down. Ethan Lewis, and then more. The nasty J, nothing but nylon. Yeah, Glen Allen looking good in the first. They got off to a hot start, up 17-7. Deep Run trying to get out of that hole, but it's a big-time block. And then later, more Jags. This time inside, up, and the friendly roll is good. Zelgan Jackson connecting again. They would have a 19-7 lead after one quarter play. Second quarter, this guy would get Deep Run back in it. Marshall Epperson, he's a weapon, hits the 3 ball. Jags, the answer from the other side? No. Guess who? Epperson. All the way to the rack. He connects for 2 double figures for Epperson. In this one, he kept Deep Run alive. Jags trying to retake momentum, knifing through the defense. Nicely done. And Glen Allen, their offense paying dividends in this one. Wildcats looking for a way back. That'll work. Timothy Wilder, the point guard, connects from long range. Jags, however, patient on the offensive end, puts that one up and in. Ryan Wheeler, senior forward, connects for 2. Jags, again, as I said, very patient, gets a good look, knocks down the 3 ball. Tevin Smith incoming, 31-24. At that point, up a touchdown. Epperson gonna cut into that lead somewhat. He led all scorers for Deep Run. But Glen Allen, when they needed buckets, they got buckets. Going in, counted, and one. 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Jags still not finished. This time, oh, what a pretty pass and a great finish by Jackson. Jags all over Deep Run at this point. Want more Jags, you got it. Picking, prodding, firing, connecting, hitting the money ball. Ryan Wheeler connects for 3. All Jags in this one. Deep Run trying to make one last run. Great scoop to the dish by Ryan Singer. Oh, captain, my captain, one of the 3 captains on the team, but Jags had too much firepower early, often. Crowd energized him. Number 15 with a putback right there for 2. 48-38. up 10 going to the fourth. And this would put the nail in the coffin, so to speak. Ryan Wheeler and Glen Allen win it 66-55. Back to ladies hoops now. You saw Godwin earlier fall at Henrico. How would they do at Freeman against their big-time rival? Well, Sydney Blackwell's having herself a nice sportswire show, isn't she? She was good in those highlights against Henrico. She's good against Freeman right then and there. How about this? The steal, the putback, and the score by Audrey Fleming, the sophomore guard, getting it done. Very guard-oriented team is Mills Godwin. And then how about the pass down low? They do well to hit Sydney Blackwell. She connects for two. It was Godwin early in often. This is second half highlights. Eagles up double digits at this point. Going to look for more. Blackwell, great body control to get good leverage on the defender. She connects for two. She would help lead the way for Mills Godwin. 35-19 after three. We go to the fourth quarter. Last chances for Douglas Freeman. That shot, no. But they work hard for the rebound, get the putback and the foul. Nicely done for the Lady Rebels. They connect 4-2 and get the old-fashioned three-point play. More Rebels late in the fourth. This ball from the corner, got the three to go. Athena Kate Canavos connect for three, easy for me to say. And the Rebels later gonna do it again. Almost looks identical, right? She's feeling it, but it was too much. Godwin early, 52-33.
Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us, and you can always follow us on Twitter. I can't wait to see y'all next time on Sportswire.
If you want to see more videos like these, subscribe to our YouTube channel.